Hello students, we are continuing the revision of chapter number 8, that is human health and diseases. Previously we have seen most of the common diseases. Other part has been already kept in our previous revision videos. In this video we are going to see the topics like drugs, AIDS and cancer. This is a revision video. Detailed video has been already kept in the link, so you can see it again to understand it in detail. Now starting the topic with the drugs, right? Generally, the use of the drugs obtained from different plants are used to treat the patients, right? They are used for its medicinal values, but oftenly they are abused by the people, and that causes a high risk for in their human health. So, talking about the different types of drugs, first one is opioids. First one is opioids. These opioids are obtained from a plant called as poppy plant or Papaver somniferum. That is the scientific name of the plant. These opioids are obtained from poppy plant, that is also called as Papaver somniferum. The fruit, unripened fruit, right? Unripened fruit forms the latex, and from that latex the drug is extracted called as morphine. From latex drug is extracted, right, which is called as morphine. Now the function of the opioids generally has opioid receptors and in the body, for example in the brain or central nervous system and in gastrointestinal tract, right? So in this case they bind to the opioid receptors, binds to opioid receptors in central nervous system and the gastrointestinal tract. Okay, now see, this morphine is generally used as sedative. This is used as sedative and painkiller, and it is used in surgeries. Morphine is used during the surgeries because it causes enormous pain during the surgery, and that is relieved by this morphine. Now, when the acetylation of morphine is done, acetylation, it forms heroin, right? It is white bitter crystalline substance. It is white bitter crystalline substance which act as body depressant. This is depressant and slow down the body function, right? This acts as a depressant and slow down body functions. So this is often abused by the people. Heroin is often abused by the people. So students, this was about the opioids. Now we can discuss about the cannabinoids also, right? That is another type of drug which is extracted from the plant cannabis, right? Second one is cannabinoids. Cannabinoids are obtained from the plant of cannabis sativa, right? And cannabis plant, which parts? So these are obtained from flower tops, then leaves and resins. From that the cannabinoids are extracted. Cannabinoids are acting on or bind to cannabinoid receptors, bind to cannabinoid receptors of CNS, right? From this, different types of drugs are made. For example, hashish, charas, ganja, such type of products are made from this hashish, charas, ganja, marijuana. Such type of drugs are made and often abused, right? Now these drugs are having the effects on cardiovascular functions. These drugs are having effect on cardiovascular functions. So students, this is also a potent drug, right? So these are the two different types of drugs. Now we will discuss about the coca alkaloid. Coca alkaloids are obtained from a plant called as Erythroxylum coca. Erythroxylum coca plant, right? So this plant produces a drug referred as cocaine. Cocaine is often snorted, right? That is taken by snorting. Same way, if I talk about heroin, heroin is often inhaled or it is taken by injection, right? It is injected in the body. Same way, if I talk about cannabinoids, right, they are often taken by, over here we can also write inhaled in case this is snorting, right? By the help of nose they are snorted, and cannabinoids are generally inhaled or they are taken by oral ingestion. You have to remember how these drugs are taken, right? So this is about the two drugs which we have discussed previously. Now talking about this, coca alkaloids are interfering the neurotransmitter transport, that is dopamine interferes the neurotransmitter called dopamine. Now due to this there will be stimulation in CNS. It will stimulate CNS, stimulation of central nervous system, and due to this stimulation in central nervous system, this causes euphoria and increased energy. So students, if the excessive dose is taken, right, excessive dosage results in hallucinations. Excessive dosage results in hallucinations. Okay, this we have discussed. Which other plants are also causing hallucinations, right? So we can say atropa as well as datura also are plant which can cause hallucinations, right? Now further we talk about the other certain drugs which are used to treat the mental illness. So certain drugs like amphetamines, barbiturates, benzodiazepines are used to treat mental illness, right? Barbiturates, amphetamines, and benzodiazepines. These are drugs which are used to treat mental illness, but are often abused. And due to this abuse of these drugs, this causes physical impairment, physiological impairment, as well as psychological impairment. This is all about drugs. Now we will start the topic with the AIDS, and then we will discuss about the hello students. Today we are going to revise some other topics of chapter number 2, right? Certain other topics has been already kept in our previous revision videos, so I am going to keep those topics which are not revised till now, that is AIDS and cancer, right? These are very important topic for your board examination. Talking about the first topic is AIDS. AIDS itself means acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, AIDS means acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. This itself shows that it is not congenital disorder. This is acquired during the different phases of life, where when it is acquired, it is not fixed. It is due to certain transmission by coming in contact with the infected person, right? So this is not a congenital disease. Now what does this syndrome means? Syndrome means group of symptoms. Group of symptoms is referred as syndromes, right? Okay, this AIDS was first reported in 1981. First reported in 1981, and in past 25 years it has been spreaded to 25 million people of the world, and this has also taken many lives. People, there is no specific cure for this disorder, so definitely person is going to die because the immune system gets weakened. Now who is causing AIDS? Which pathogen? So it is virus belonging to a class retrovirus group, that is human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. This virus is very powerful, which damages the human immune system. Human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, is having an envelope of protein as well as inner genetic material as RNA, right? It is having genetic material as RNA. Now here, how AIDS is transmitted from one to another? AIDS is generally transmitted by coming in sexual contact. Transmission by sexual contact with the infected person. This is very important. With infected person, especially those people who are having multiple sex partners can get infected, or by infected blood transfusion. By infected blood transfusion is another case when blood is transfused from one person to another and the person is already infected. That blood can infect the normal healthy person. Third one is by sharing the needles, right? Sharing needles or surgical instruments, right? Sharing needles is generally observed in the people who are taking the drugs intravenously, right? Those people are who are taking the drugs intravenously, they are having higher chances to get these diseases, right? Next one is from mother to fetus, right? By placenta, right? The person, if infected mother is there, there are chances that the transmission can occur from mother to fetus. So these are basic transmission mode by which AIDS can be spread. Now what is the cycle of retrovirus? How it is acting? Okay, so we will understand the cycle of retrovirus. Okay, this is very important, students. Remember this. In case of cycle of retrovirus, let's say this is an retrovirus, right? This retrovirus when enters into the body, it infects the macrophage of the human, and macrophage is acting as the HIV factory, right? And the new viruses which are formed that attacks the T helper cells of the body, which helps the B cell from producing antibodies. So when this enters, the genetic material enters into the macrophage, right? This genetic material is RNA. By the use of reverse transcriptase, as it is having the enzyme reverse transcriptase, this RNA forms the DNA, but this is a viral DNA. See, this is a reverse transcription. In normal humans, right, RNA is formed from DNA. DNA forms RNA. But in this case, we are already observing that RNA forms the DNA, which is a type of reverse transcription by the help of reverse transcriptase enzyme, which is present already inside the HIV virus. Okay. Now talking about this viral DNA will incorporate. See, this is a nucleus where there is a genetic material in the form of chromatin network. This incorporates into genome, right? Incorporates into genome. Now what is genome? Students, you must remember that a complete set of chromosomes, complete set means n number of chromosomes present in the gamete is referred as genome. This is a macrophage that is having, there are 2n number of cells. Now this will produce the new RNA viruses, right? These are new viruses which are formed, which infects the T helper cells, infects again T helper cells, and these T helper cells or T lymphocytes are responsible for helping the B cells to produce antibodies. This damages the T cell, number of T cell decreases, antibody production also gets reduced, and immune system gets weak. So other diseases can affect the person easily. So these are the signs and symptoms. There is a lag period between the infection and the appearance of the symptoms. It can be 5 to 10 years also. Okay, students. Now which test is done to detect? That is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, ELISA, is generally used to detect the HIV. Students, this is the first thing. Now in this case, this was all about. Now what we can do for the treatment of HIV? So in case of HIV, we can provide them antiviral therapy, right? This can help the person to live for a longer period of time. So this is all about the virus. Now we will talk about the cancer. That is second important topic of today, right? Second topic is cancer. cancer is the most dreaded disease in this world. It affects millions of people and many people are dying due to this disease every day, right? So what is cancer, right? And what is the cause for the cancer? So we will understand cancer is normally an inhibition of a regulatory process of the cells. So if I say normal cells, right, they are having an contact inhibition property. This is a normal regulatory process, right? What is contact inhibition? The one cell, right, when it comes into contact with the other, they inhibit the further proliferation. Means there is no uncontrolled division. But in case of cancerous cell, this property is lost in cancerous cells, and this results in uncontrolled growth, right? This results in uncontrolled growth. Now what happens during this phase? There is uncontrolled growth, means uncontrolled division. This leads to formation of tumor, right? Now tumors are of two types. There are two types of tumor: benign and malign tumor, or malignant tumor. Benign and malign. So in this case, first one, this tumor is static. It does not spread from one place to another. It is localized, while the malignant tumor is not localized. After certain growth, this tumor cells will start to slow off and it will move from one place to another, and there it will cause the tumor. This is the slowing of the cell and again causing the tumor. This is called as metastasis, right? So this is a slowing of the cells from the original tumor and it affects the other organs also where the new tumor formation occurs. That is called as metastasis. Okay student, so this was the first thing. Now what is the next one? The next thing is we can discuss about how this is getting spread. How this is getting spread. So in this case we can say that it spreads due to carcinogens, right? Carcinogens are the causes for cancer. It doesn't spread from person to person, but this is caused due to carcinogens. Now which are the carcinogens? Carcinogens can be, first one, there are physical carcinogens, right? In case of this we can say radiations, right? Radiations are again of two types: ionizing and non-ionizing. Ionizing and non-ionizing. Now in case of ionizing there are X-rays and gamma rays, while in case of non-ionizing the rays are referred as the UV rays. Okay, second carcinogen is chemical carcinogen. In case of chemical carcinogens, the smoke is the best example. Cigarette smoke or the smoking, right, is of tobacco is the biggest example of chemical carcinogens. The third one is biological carcinogens, that are oncogenes and oncoviruses, right? Oncogenes are actually present in the form of proto-oncogenes, but due to this proto-oncogenes when gets activated, right, oncogenes, this oncogenes causes the loss in the property of cancerous cell. Second one is onco, virus. This can also cause the cancer. So these are the causes of the cancer. Now we will discuss about the treatment and its testing. Students, we will first talk about the treatment and the detection. Let's say first one is detection of cancer. Now, how can be detected? It can be detected by first biopsy and histopathological studies. Right? A thin tissue in case of leukemia, that is blood cancer, right, of bone marrow is taken, right, and it is examined to see the uncontrolled growth, as well as blood can be also taken to check the number of WBC. In case of leukemia, that is the number of WBC increases, right? So this is the first one, biopsy. Biopsy in a small tissue is taken of in the uncontrolled growth or the tumor, and then it is examined. Later on, if another one is the case of radiography. Radiography is done by various means, right? First one is X-rays, then CT scans, that is computer tomography, and another one is MRI, right? In case of CT scan, it forms the three-dimensional image of the organ, and in magnetic resonance imaging, there is the use of strong magnetic fields as well as the non-ionizing radiations. Okay. Now the third one is antibody test, because antibodies are produced against the cancer. So this can be done to detect it. Now talking about the treatment. Treatment involves three, right? First one is surgery. In case of surgery, the infected part or the tumor part is surgically removed, right? So that further it does not spread. Next one is chemotherapy. Chemotherapy, in which the strong or chemicals are injected into the body, which causes the death of cancerous cells, right? This has severe side effects like hair loss and anemia. Last one is the radiotherapy. In case of radiotherapy, the radiations are irradiated or lethally irradiated on the cancerous cells without harming the normal cells, right? So this generally are used together. These therapies are all used together. Another one which is also used is referred as immunotherapy, in which alpha interferons are given to the patient so that the immunity itself destroys the cancerous cell. So these are the various types of treatment. Thank you.